Ladies and gentlemen, I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. Now, in today's video, we're going to look at the 121B, the 121B Invincible. Is this invincible? Is this tank invincible? Now, I would strongly disagree with that. Now, it's not a bad tank. It isn't like really bad. Honestly, it's probably one of the worst in tier 10 mediums, but it's not bad. It just means that all the other tanks are better than it. We're going to watch a replay that is it is the highest damage battle ever to be played in the 121B. And the guy playing it is probably like, Meadsy, you don't think it's invincible? Well, hold my beer. Hold my beer, sunshine, because I am going to prove you wrong. So what is the tank like? Of course, it is the Chinese tank in tier 10, the 121B. Now, unfortunately for the 121B, something called a WZ121 exists, which in my personal opinion beats this in every single way. I just think it's a much better tank, and the fact that it's a tech tree tank and the 121B is a premium tank, then anybody can play this tank. Other people might disagree. You might sit there and saying, hang on a minute, no, the 121B is better because of this reason, XYZ reason. But I personally, I'm not saying that the 121 is better than the 121B. I'm just going off my personal experience. I think it is better. I prefer the 121 rather than the 121B. Doesn't mean I don't like the 121B, I just think the 121 is better. And the fact that it is a tech tree tank as well. So what are the stats on this tank? Now, do hold on, guys, because we are going to show you a very high damage battle in this tank. So the turret on this thing, 240 millimeters thick, which is very strong. So yes, I agree, it has a very strong turret. The hull is 120. To be honest, you're not going to get that many bounces from your hull. The side's 130 and the rear 185. So overall, the turret is very strong on this tank. So of course, you need to use this tank for its to its advantages and go hull down as much as you can. DPM 3,464. So not bad DPM at all. Not bad at all. And that is just a 6-second reload. Penetration is 245 on your AP, 300 on your heat, and 53 on your HE. Now, to be honest, most people, you should run these tanks with calibrated shells because it does need a bit more penetration. But doing that, you will drop DPM. So your average damage, you've got a 350 alpha gun, 300 on your heat, and 400 on your HE. Aim time, one of the best in the game at 2.5. So the aim time is very good. Dispersion, I mean, not that bad. I mean, 0.308 is actually not bad at all. But the aim time is very good. Very good. But so is the 121. It only has 6 degrees of gun depression as well, with a top speed of 56 kilometers per hour. Now, when this tank does come for sale, I mean, you're looking probably around 15,000 gold. Probably maybe without the camo. You might look at sort of 17.5k with the camo. But the camo, I do admit, is one of the best in the game. It's like solid gold. Yeah, very nice camo. Makes the tank stand out, and it is like pretty much one of a kind. So let's get straight into the action. One of the best battles in this tank you will ever see. And it is driven by a Zekne from the KRK Kraken clan. So looking at the lineup, there is 2 medium tanks versus 2 medium tanks and a light tank. So if they do decide to take this direction, it might not pay off for them. But they've looked at the lineup and they thought, nah, I ain't doing it. I'm going left, which is probably the wise choice. Unless the heavies decided to go right as well and try to overrun the medium tanks. But this is the kind of map that usually Mediums go right, heavy tanks go left, mediums fight mediums, heavies fight heavies, tank destroyers sat at the back. So yeah, you can counter that, but all go in the same way, which is what our team is doing here. The tank destroyer is pushing forward, the heavies are pushing forward, the mediums are pushing forward. Are they actually going to run into anyone? Or have the red team looked and thought, you know what, we got 2 mediums and a light tank, we need to go the other way? Considering this guy has now been spotted, it looks like the enemy are going to come this way. And the first tank spotted is the WZ11114. The K91 is up there as well. So they are being brave now, because there's only 2 tanks, now 3 tanks spotted. He is being very brave at pushing forward. But he can hit the, he can go on the hill here, get the shot off, use his DPM against this guy, and yeah, he's just being bullied at this point. Have a track, and yeah, they are just absolutely tearing this WZ apart. The E50 and the 121B, yeah, I mean, that guy, I feel sorry for that guy. The WZ just did not stand a chance, literally didn't stand a chance, and that's the kind of thing that this turret can do. It can bounce the shot. Now, bear in mind, we're forgetting that they do have the light tank, or sorry, the medium tanks and the light tanks. Where are they? They are actually the other side of the map. So there goes the WZ. Again, I love the fact that he's not looking at rushing. He's not looking at rushing. He needs to play this tank to its advantages, and that is using the turret armor. And he is doing just that. So where are the mediums? I mean, if you look at the map, the mediums are actually coming behind. So yeah, they need to either turn or they need to make a move and all push these guys. Now, considering the heavies and the tank destroyer here are not once looking behind, it suggests to me that they need to push forward. Either they all need to push forward or they all need to push behind. But they are going to push forward, and what a brilliant attack this is. Like, absolutely brilliant. Of course, they're all going to go for the E100. They're going to clear the Alpha first. And just look at his hit points. His hit points have just absolutely vanished. He's now a one-shot. He's always looking at the tortoise here. Now, I probably at this point might not even go for the tortoise. Yes, it's an easy kill, but I would have probably gone for the K91. But, you know, he's going to go for the tortoise. The tortoise does have fantastic DPM. Again, I'm not quite sure why he's now ignoring the tortoise when he could have got the kill. That's the one thing I don't like about players, when they are just after the damage. I don't know. He could have killed this guy a long time ago, and that CC1 Mark II there would have had a lot more hit points. But because he didn't do that, now it's a 3 versus 3, and it's not looking so easy for the for the green team. And that guy's now got 2 mediums and a light tank, and he's now dead. So it is a 2 versus 3. He has managed to block 970 damage, and it's him and an IS-4 versus 3 very, very fast tanks. So of course they do need to clear this T-54E1. He is a 2-shot, but you know, with 3,400 DPM, they should be able to clear him in no time at all. Our guys now managed to do 7,600 damage. Again, at this point, I would probably ignore the bat chat. Only meaning, I mean, yes, it is a tier 10, but this guy is the easiest target at this point. And whilst there's 2 tanks alive, then they could clear this T-54 in no time at all, just like they have done there. So our guy's now got 3 kills, 8,800 damage. No, scrap that. 9,100 damage, and he is now not going to be a one-shot to this guy. This guy's going to be on a reload now, so he is a one-shot, and it is game over. So very, very brilliant play. I mean, there was just that one little error where he ignored the tortoise, where I would have just killed him. It would have been a lot easier. But overall, very, very good push into the heavies. They pushed when they needed to push. He managed to get the bounces, 1,590 block damage in a medium tank, and he managed to do the damage. I mean, 9,723 damage. The highest amount of damage I've ever seen. #1 Hall of Fame when it comes to damage in this tank. Hope you enjoyed this replay, guys. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye. With